Well, I think I was very lucky to get to Fairfield because it was a very, very fine school, no question about it. In everything, in sport and academically, it exceeded what you had from what was normally then called a secondary modern school, and I was actually poached, if you like, to go there. But to be quite frank, although I taught the best part of 30, 40 years, it was one of the highlights of my teaching career. Not just in the class where I was teaching English, but the sport. It had everything, and it had lads who wanted to play, wanted to do things, George.
I know that people in years above the year that Charlie and I were in talk about trips to France and canoeing and great times that was.
Yeah.
And that's brought a smile to your face.
Went down the river Ardèche.
Ardèche.
We went down the Ardèche, I think it was called.
Yeah.
I got tipped in a few times.
That's called revenge.
That's right, but I got my own back. Don't you worry.
Yes.
The reason why was we actually introduced rugby union was the fact that once you got past 15, there was no rugby league that you could play anywhere at all. The schools only went to 15.
48.
Yeah, and there were very few secondary schools in Widnes that you could play. I mean, literally, you had a fixture list of about 4 or 5 games a season. Well, that was no good. So we introduced rugby union, and it did very, very well. We played both league and union all the way through. In fact, when I left Fairfield and went to Cowley, which was my old school myself, and was a great rugby union school, I actually introduced rugby league to Cowley, and they still play it now.
Yeah.
And I think the two courts were made for each other side by side with,
absolutely.
with kids. Some had talent for one, some had talent for the other.
Yeah.
If I might use the word, the beanpole of a lad who was 6'1", 2, 3 in the second row, he could do something. He was very good.
Yeah.
You could have a prop in rugby union. He might not run about the field, and he might not be a good ball handler, which you need for a prop in league. But he could scrummage, and he could work in a line-out, and he was worth his weight in gold, type of thing. So it catered for a lot more lads being able to participate and to play. You see, it was necessary, George, that clubs really worked hand in hand with school, because there was no mini rugby.
No, there was
no mini rugby whatsoever. There was no junior rugby at all. It was, I think rugby clubs just expected players to come out of the sky, aged about 18, 19, 20. So you had to do that. You had to take them up there, and you had to send them up there to the...
I thought as well it was a nice safe haven for people who were like 16 and in the 60s, where we could go and
all be together.
It was warm, you didn't get into trouble, you weren't stood on the street corner.
You were with your mates.
You could buy a glass of orange juice if you had any money.
That's right.
And no one...
And if you had gone off to college or university, you could come back at Christmas time, come back at Easter, and meet up with all your mates again, and get a game.
And get a game. That was the
Widnes. When I got there, everybody knew everybody. It was
very insular club,
small area, very insular, but very, very friendly. Very, very friendly, very outgoing. You were accepted straight away, sort of thing. And there's a really good feel about the place. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Everybody's part of something.
It's like a family atmosphere.
And it is a family atmosphere. And the thing about sport, you have to mix.
Definitely.
You have to mix. And you have to talk to other people you don't know. You have to relate to other people. You have to be a part of something. And you've got to, no matter how old you are, you can be 6 or 60, you've got a responsibility at certain time. And all that is good for you. All that makes a young lad.
Yeah.